Welcome to Inside Outboards with your host, Cody Bass.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subscribers. I want to thank you for subscribing to the channel. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. Alright, so we're going to get back on this Mercury Classic 50 inline 4-cylinder 2-stroke jet outboard. Alright, in the first part of the video we basically did an unboxing. We just opened it up and looked and seen what kind of creepy crawlies and stuff were going to be in there, and who knows what else we might have found. But anyway, we did a spark check and we had good spark on all four. So now we got to keep going with the facts check, and we got to look at that compression. So let's get those numbers and we'll go from there. Let's get the old compression thing, and I like to have a paint pen so I can write the numbers down, because I will forget them if I get interrupted and have to put this away for a few days, week, etc, etc, etc. So we are on 0. Let's see what we get on number 1. Let's see. What do we get? What do we get? We got 1, 20, 25, 30. 130. And this is dry. I have not squirted anything in these cylinders. So that's 130 on the number 1. So we write that down. Right there. 130. Alright, screw in the number 2. Let's see what we get. We are in at number 2. We are zeroed out. Let's see what we're going to get. Move this hammer. $120, $25, $30, $35. $135 on number 2. $135. Get the pen, and we will write that right there. There's number 1. Here's number 2. 135. Okay. Let's go to number 3. Okay. Number 3. 1, 20, 25, 30. I'd say 33. 133. 133 on 3. I'll write that right there. 133. Now we got to try and get it in that bottom. So it's just a little bit harder, I think. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There we go. Walk down the way. There we go. We're getting it. There we are. Okay. Yep. She's going in. There Zero it out. This is number 4. Alright. There it is at 120, 25, 30. Dead on 130. Get my compression gauge out of here. So, we're looking at 130 or better on all 4. God darn glove. Get hung up on my compression gauge nipple. Alright. So far, so good. So we got hot spark on all 4. We've got good compression, all 4. But I've got a recoil starter that won't, it's got a busted spring. So I'm going to have to take a little bit off, go out and dig through my part stuff, and see what I can come up with, or if I can repair this spring. I'm not 100% sure. Brother, take this outboard from me. I can't use it anymore. It was late, getting dark, hard for me to see. I ran my boat straight into the shore, hard ground, and now I hear this knock, knock, knocking in my outboard. Oh, for sure, I hear this knock, knock, knocking in my outboard. Oh, yeah. Brother, help me put this outboard on the ground. I can't use it anymore. That scrapper man gonna come around. Give me pennies a pound, that's for sure. Oh no, I hear this a knock, knock, knocking in my outboard. Oh yeah, I hear there's a knock, knock, knocking in my outboard. It's ruined for sure. Hey, now, now. A knock, knock, knocking in my outboard. I tore it all to pieces, that's for sure. It was getting late, I could barely see. It was getting late, sun going down. Oh no, that's when I heard that awful sound. Oh, metal hitting rock, hard ground. Now I hear a knock, knock, knocking in this old outboard. Oh yes, I do. I hear a knock, knock, knocking inside, that's for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. outboard the ground. You understand? Okay, so we got good compression on all four. 130 plus, can't argue with that. That's good stuff. Good stuff. But now, the recoil starter is all so I thought what we better do, now I already put this recoil starter back together and got it on the engine because I'm kind of scratching at the bit to hear this thing run. But I went out to my bone pile and I got another one of these. This one's off a 35, but it's basically almost identical to that one. Here's all the pieces, and so what I wanted to do was show you how to do these recoils. They're a little different on these Mercs than they are on OMCs and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna get you over here, right in there, all to do. All right. So when you get them, basically, this is what you're gonna have. So, did I just do what I think I just did? I did. I forgot to take that off. All right, that goes on the top side, on the bottom. So when you get one of these things, it's going to be something along this line. So you broke your rope, your pull rope comes out right there. It broke, or the spring broke, or blah blah blah. So you're going to take the 3 bolts that hold it on to the power head. You take that off, and that's what you got. And you say, now I got to open this thing up and figure out what's going on in there. Alright, so there's a couple things that you got to know right off the bat. This is a little keeper here, that little nut keeper. You can see it's got these little tangs that bend up and grab the nut so it can't back off and stuff. So you got to take something, preferably not your nice little dike cutters, something like a tappet hammer. And you tap those down so you can get this nut off. And on these Mercs, this is a reverse thread nut. So it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. So in other words, to loosen it, I want to tighten it. I want to go clockwise to loosen it. So we're going to loosen it. There it comes. Take that and set aside. There's that little keeper. Take that over there. Set aside. This is called the housing, the starter housing. And this is called the starter sheave. And this one's in bad shape. It's actually got a bunch of melting and stuff, but it don't matter. The process is going to be the same. What you want to do is look at the configuration of this really good before you take it off. Look where this engagement thing is right here. It fits in between this post, that little post, and the dog itself. And it's going to raise that dog up for you to catch the teeth on the top of the flywheel. So pay attention to that. Alright, so then what you do is push all that out. There's going to be a flat washer, a wavy compression washer. There's going to be the engagement mechanism, and that's it. That's all the components. That's how they go. Here's your spring cover. That's all it is, a spring cover. But there's an engagement way you got to go with that. So there's your spring. You see how that's set up in there? And this is right here, I think they call it the tunnel. That little wide spot at the fold of that spring there. Alright, so that's important. So if you're putting a new spring in or whatever, you'll just set it down inside that recess, just like that. All right, now here's the important thing. On this spring cover, on the back side, there's that little tab. That has to go into the tunnel. It has to go into there. And the best way to do that is to start, see where this is almost up against that, the bushing there. Hopefully you can see that. You put it to make sure it's inside and then come around. And if you look real close, hopefully I can get it, you can actually see the little tab engaged into the tunnel there. Hopefully you can. Into the spring. That's how it has to be. Why? Come on, you say that's how it's got to be. Alright, so now you've got to get all this stuff back up in there. And remember, I told you got to make sure that this mechanism is in between these two. So we got to put it in there. I just came out of my tunnel, I think. I did. I'll do it again until I'm in my tunnel. There I am. Where am I? Nope. This is a little tricky, but we'll get there. Yeah, okay, now I'm coming around to the tunnel. There, I'm in the tunnel again. Because see this specialized bolt here, it's D-shaped. One side of it's flat. So you got to make sure all that's lined up. So we'll get it. We're going to get it in there. There it goes. Now, holding it in there, remember where I told you we got to be. We got to be in between that guy and that guy. Then we've got to get all this stuff to line up so it fits flush on the bottom. And we're not there yet. And there went my cover. Alright, let me try again. It's quite hard. Alright. Back in the tunnel, back in the tunnel. Nope. Back in the tunnel. Okay, there. Okay, I heard it click in the tunnel there. I got all my components. I get everything. Okay, we are in the tunnel. We are there. But we're not all flush yet. All this stuff has to sit down. And you got to make sure that the wide base of this big nut thing here is in there. And then you got to make sure it's in between these two places right here. That's looking pretty good right there. Yep, I'm there. So now we're going to put this whole thing now needs to go up into the recoil starter housing. Alright, but before I can do that, I want to get a piece of rope. I'm just going to use an old piece because, like I said, this thing's shot. And where did I see that old rope? There's some. Okay, so you take your pull cord. I can set that down. Take your pull cord, tie you an overhand knot, like such them. Leave a little bit of a tag in on there. But anyway, you get the idea. Take your, and you can see right there is where the pull cord, can you see? I'll make you see. There, that's better. Right there, you can see these two ramps. That's where the pull cord goes through. So what you do is, got a knot on both ends of this thing. Okay, just a second. I'm getting there. Alright, so you put this through there. Like so. Pull it in. Sorry. The ends of this is frayed. Normally I would melt that, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. But I am going to have to melt that in so I can get the pointy end through the... So take my little charchums. And we'll make that pointy. Pointy, pointy. Somewhat pointy anyway. Alright, so now we got everything like it's supposed to get it. Wrap it clockwise. Wrap it clockwise. Okay. Now, when you get about yonder, now, here comes another fun part. We've got to get all this with that line up into this, and we got to get it, that line through that, where that little roller is. You see the roller there. So we got to get that in there. And then we got to get it in there. And where's my roller? Where the heck did you go? Could have swore I saw. Okay. I get my little pick. I think I got it in there. Just didn't put a whole lot. Who can do it? Of course, I get the dullest pick there is. Sorry, I'm gonna try and get it with these needle nose. Yeah. In there, right? We in there, right? That rope is not in there. There it goes. I think. I'm feeling a little funky, but we'll get it. So make sure the clutch dog's where it's supposed to be. I think my rope is foobarred in there. Yep, something ain't right. Take it back out. I'll take the cover back off anyway. Find out. I don't know, man. That rope looked pretty good to me. Let's try it again. What the hell was that? It fell out again. Because that bad spot is what it is. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's just, remember, it's lefty-tighty on this nut. And I'm not going to worry about putting that retainer on there just yet. I just want to get things working. I don't know if it's going to let it work because of this bad spot right here. Everything. Oh, you know what? That's what it is. It's that stupid. There we go. It was this safety interlock was holding it. All right. So now what we're going to do, turn it back over, keeping pressure. Righty-loosey. We're going to go ahead and put this nut retainer on now, but we're not going to lock it down yet. Lefty-tighty. Okay, well, just finger tighten that thing. Okay, there's your clutch pawl line. See that? How that works. It spins, and then when you pull it, it's going to make that dog pull out and catch. All right. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and pull the line all the way out. All right. Then down here at the end, tie you a figure eight, a loose figure eight. You don't have to be at the very end, but blah, blah, blah. You know. All right, so I'm going to move it just a little more. All right. So now what you do, everything's in its proper place. Turn it over this way. Here's the line that I pulled out and tied a loose figure eight to. Now, get you a good sized screwdriver that'll fit in this slot right here. Then get you a wrench that fits that. It's 3/4 inches. Okay, now what you're going to do is start turning this counterclockwise and draw this line back in. Like so. You can see my lines coming in. And keep in mind, while you're doing this, that nut is unscrewing itself. So you stop. Do it again. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Now, I'm starting to get some good spongy spring feel in there. Don't lose it. Now, lefty tighty on this guy. Spin it some more. Okay, that should be good right about there. Hold that slot there with that screwdriver and don't let it slip. Alright, I'm starting to get there. Okay. Don't worry about setting them tabs yet that hold that nut. We got to just make sure everything's working. You can see it drew it all the way into my loose figure eight nut. There we go. That's the general consistency of it. I could wind this a little tighter probably, and I will. But first, I'm gonna get the handle ready. I'm just wanting to keep these pieces all together, even though this one's a piece of junk. So you just run it through there, tie you a little overhand knot. Boom, 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 boom. You get the gist. You get the gist of it. And that just goes up, 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 and down in there. Something like that. Okay. Now, when I pull it, wouldn't hurt to put a little lubricant on that thing either. I didn't do that in the steps, but I should have. So watch the clutch dog right here. See that? And that's what would catch the flywheel. Right there, that part. So that's how those things go together. I just wanted to show it to you. Like I said, this one's all boogered up, been melted and stuff. But, and if it's not tight enough, if it's not drawing it all the way back in, get your wrench, get your screwdriver, and wind it in some more. Loosen it. Draw it back in some more. Okay, now tighten it. Whoops, I said tighten, which is loosen on this one. So, that's the gist on those things. So, this one, like I said, is a piece of junk, but you can see how everything works. So, this stupid thing is interlocked. So, There you go. That's the Merc Recoil. For about, I know it, that one's off of 35, and it's pretty much identical to that one right there, which is a 50. I just wanted to go over that recoil with you because I can't remember on my channel if I had ever done one of these Mercuries, filmed it. I can't remember. I may have, but anyway, that's the gist behind them. They're a little bit, they're just cumbersome. If you had a third hand, it would be fantastico. But I don't have no third hand.
Stay tuned for part 3, and don't forget to subscribe to Inside Outboards with Cody Bass.